Hey there, potential PCAP student. I am Ashley Lucas. I'm a professor here at the University of Michigan and also the director of the Prison Creative Arts Project. And I heard that you were interested in taking one of my classes. So here's what you need to know. I teach 2 PCAP classes per year on our campus. One is called the Atonement Project. It meets in East Quad in the residential college on main campus, and it's a course about restorative justice. I teach that in the fall. In the winter, I teach a class called Theater and Incarceration. It meets on North Campus, so keep that in mind as you plan your class schedule in the Walgreen Drama Center. And it's a class about the history of theater in prisons around the world. In either one of these classes, you're going to be doing a weekly workshop in an adult prison, a youth facility, or a community of people who've come home from prison. We work in many different art forms at PCAP. In the Atonement Project class, you could do a workshop in theater, creative writing, visual art, or music. In the Theater and Incarcerations class, you've got to do theater, which is pretty awesome. So if you're going to take either one of these classes, you need to come to an all-day training. It usually happens on the first Saturday or Sunday after classes begin, and that information should always be on the PCAP website. If you can't make the training, you cannot take the class. No exceptions. We have to get you ready to go to prison before you actually go into the prison. We're also going to have to run a background check. So as part of that, they're going to look into your criminal history, and if the MDOC, the Michigan Department of Corrections, finds anything that they don't like, they might not let you in. But you can always go to our community workshops, which are for people who come home from prison. So there's a workshop for you no matter what. If you want to go into a youth facility, you need to keep in mind the fact that they will drug test you. So that's something to be aware of as you're choosing your workshop. If you work with kids, you must be drug tested. So if you are going to take one of these classes, the other thing you need to know is that you're going to go to prison every week. So that means that there's this big outside time commitment. So you will be spending about 5 hours a week on that workshop outside of the time that we're meeting in class, and that's on top of your academic work for the class, the readings and short writing assignments. So when you think about your workshop, you're wondering, when do I go to prison? We have a whole list of time slots. They happen at weeknights, weekdays, and weekends. There's usually a time slot that works for everybody. We will find something that will work for you, but you can't know what it is until the semester begins, because we have to match you with people that you'll choose as partners from amongst our class to work with as your facilitation buddies. And then all of you as a group who are going to facilitate together will choose the date and time in prison that you'll be visiting to do your workshop each week. So it's kind of a matchmaking game, and we just can't do it until the semester starts, but trust me, we'll find something that works for you. Now, how do you get to prison? That's a good question. We will give you access to cars from SEAL, the Center for Engaged Academic Learning, and all you have to do is register to be a SEAL driver as long as you have a valid driver's license, or somebody in your facilitation group does, and then you can drive university cars, and the university is going to cover the gas, and you don't have to pay for anything, and you don't have to have your own car. So it's a really good deal. And the course fees that you pay to sign up for the class help to cover that and the supplies that we take into prisons for the workshops. So I think that's all you need to know in order to take a class with me. If you have other questions, you can always email me, and I would love to see you in my class next semester.